Good afternoon, everyone, and we are doing the last topic of the chapter. My voice is audible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, last topic we were doing about anti-poverty measures. If you remember, we have discussed certain measures also. We have discussed already. The most important program was Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, and after that,
Manelga.
Manelga. Yes. And along with that, we have discussed many more programs that is related with if you remember, these were the programs we have discussed. First is Manirga. After that, National Food for Work program launched in 2005-4. After that, Prime Minister Rojgar Yojana that was started in 1993. Rural Employment Generation Program was launched in 1995. Swanjanti Gram Swarojgar Yojana in 99. Pradhan Mantri Gramodaya Yojana launched in 2000. This we have not discussed. The program was started in 2000 to 2001 in all the states and union territories. And the main aim to achieve the objective of sustainable. Sustainable means not only about the today, but think about the future also. That is the sustainable human development, that means continuous development at the village level. And Prime Minister Gramodaya Yojana initially had 5 components. It was based on 5 components that is related with primary health, primary education, rural shelter, rural drinking water, and nutrition. And after that, other programs were also introduced. Antyodaya Ann Yojana. This is also one of the most important program, and nowadays also it is very famous. Actually, earlier we were supposed to do this topic in the next chapter, that is food security in India, but now that chapter is deleted by the CBSE. So here we will do this portion in detail. Antyodaya Ann Yojana, that is a program introduced by government that is related with the government, Indian government sponsored scheme. And this is for the poorest of the poor. Poorest of the poor, we have already done. Who were called poorest of the poor? That is women, elderly people, and the female, girl child. It was introduced in December 2000, and under the scheme, under AAY, the scheme, 1 crore of the poorest among the BPL families. BPL means below poverty line, covered under the targeted public distribution system. As I told you earlier also, public distribution system means ration shops where they are getting the food items at subsidized rate. So now poor families were identified by the respective state rural development departments through a BPL survey. According to this program, 35 kilo, earlier it was 25 kilogram of food grains were made available to each eligible family at a highly subsidized rate, that is rupees 2 per kg for wheat and rupees 3 per kg for rice. This quantity has been enhanced. As I told you, now it is 35 kilograms. introduced 25 kilograms. So that means quantity has been enhanced from 25 to 35 kilograms with effect from April 2002. The scheme has been further expanded twice by additional 50 lakh BPL families in June 2003 and in August 2004. With this increase, now 2 crore families have been covered under AAY. That means Antyoday Ann. Ann means food. Yojana, that is program. So these were the poverty alleviation programs we have discussed, and now anti-poverty programs have been completed. After that, the next topic is, you just observed that the result of these programs have been mixed. And the major reason behind was less effectiveness is the lack of proper implementation and right targeting. As you have seen that most of the programs look like similar and proper implementation was not done. So, as well as lot of overlapping of schemes. And due to this, the government, which is having good intentions, the benefits of these schemes are not fully reached to the deserving poor. And therefore, the major emphasis in recent years is on proper monitoring. Monitoring means keep an eye of all the poverty alleviation programs. We can make laws. Government can make laws, but actual implementation work is not there. That program, the purpose of the program will not be fulfilled. So due to this, our last topic is the challenges ahead. And what are the challenges? Poverty has certain decline in India, as we have discussed in interstate disparity, along with the global poverty scenario, that poverty decline in India, but despite the progress, poverty reduction remains India's most compelling challenge. Still, poverty is a big challenge in India. Wide disparities, disparity means gap between the rich and poor. So wide disparities in poverty are visible between rural and urban areas. As just in this pandemic situations, you must observe that how people migrated from urban to rural. Urban means city, say, from city to villages, because less job opportunities were available in rural areas. Due to this, they have to migrate. So urban areas, the gap between the rural and urban areas and among different states also, as we have discussed in the interstate disparities. Some states reduce poverty, but some states are having higher poverty as compared to national average. Certain social and economic groups are more vulnerable, like scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, social groups. And when we are talking about the economic groups, that is in rural areas, landless laborers, in urban areas, casual workers are more vulnerable to poverty. Poverty reduction. Poverty reduction is expected. Poverty reduction is expected to make better progress in the next 10 to 15 years. This would be possible. And this would be possible mainly due to higher economic growth, because our first topic of anti-poverty measure was promotion of economic growth. So when more economic growth, that means increasing stress on universal free elementary education. When more income, economic growth, so government income will also increase, and government will invest in human resource development. That means government can provide universal. Universal means for all. Free elementary education. Elementary education means that is up to 14 years. Free elementary education, 8th standard. Declining population growth, increasing empowerment of the women and the economically weaker sections of the society. The official definition, if we are talking about the official definition of poverty, that means only a limited part of poverty really means to people. It is poverty is not an accident like slavery and apartheid. It is man-made, and it can be removed by the actions of human beings. So when we are talking about the minimum substances level of living rather than reasonable level of rather than a reasonable level of living, and due to this many scholars advocated that we have to broaden the meaning of poverty. And how it can be possible? It can be possible through, if we will broaden the meaning, a large number of people may have been able to feed themselves, but education is also necessary. Shelter is also necessary. Healthcare, job security, self-confidence. So if we want to remove the poverty, for this, we cannot talk only about minimum needs, but we require reasonable level of living rather than minimum. We have to abolish the child labor, which is still very common, and worldwide experience shows that with the development, the definition of what constitutes poverty also changes. Definition of poverty changes over the period of time. At the initially, we said poverty means when a person is not able to fulfill its basic needs. And at that time, basic needs considered food, clothes, and shelter. After that, the definition changes. And the definition changes not only food, clothes, shelter, but educational health also. That is also basic need. So eradication of poverty is always a moving target. It can you can correlate with this with your marks also. When we were studying at that time, only passing was sufficient. 40% marks, 50% marks was sufficient. But now, at this stage, the time has changed. Not only passing, we require good marks also. Like 70%, 80%, even after getting 90%, students are not able to get the admission in colleges, good colleges. So same manner, we can relate with poverty. So eradication of poverty, yani removal of poverty is always a moving target. And hopefully, we will be able to provide the minimum necessary in terms of only income to all the people by the end of the next decade. But the target will move on. This is called problem of 99, which will never be ended. The target will move on, for many of the bigger challenges still remain. So the policy of the government not only improve the income, along with this provide healthcare, education, job security for all, and achieving gender equality. That is also related with this. Gender equality means no discrimination on the basis of sex. That is the indication of this is due to the result of education, dignity for the poor. So these are the bigger tasks in front of the. So now, end of the chapter.